Okay, trade recap today, July 14th. Today I took three trades today. Um, two break even, one loss. I My first trade was I ended up going on tilt and I ended up resetting my paper trading account because I was just so far in drawdown. I was gambling in this range over here and I just wasn't tapping with price. I was mad at the market from taking it from me, from taking money from me. And yeah, that's what I gotta say. Um, First break even. Um, First trade was I entered off this gap closure right here. Yeah, I'll use this instead. 1 minute IFG. We have a great AMD going on, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, all the good stuff. We sweep pre-market low right here, tap it. This is CPI day, by the way. Um, which and then we go. Yeah, so I enter off this closure above this 1 minute gap. So 1 minute IFG, nice view shape models, liquidity sweep. you know, got some lower run liquidity here, even though we kind of end up just dealing in the range. Um, I goes up, I see it hit like 1100, 1200 bucks. I already moved my stop up to break even because I thought it was gonna just take off from there with how big this candle was. Got stopped out. Okay, re-entered on. Sorry, let me just. Yeah, I re-entered about 2 minutes after I'd taken out that trade, or gone break even on that trade. Same thing kind of happened. Went all the way up here, messed up the break even, got taken out. Um, and realistically, I should have been letting this trade run just because it hadn't violated anything. And I don't believe I got a closure. Oh no, I did get a closure above the 50% level, and that's when I usually move my stop at the break even. From the second trade, yeah, so the first trade, I understand why, like, no biggie. Like, I still will still take a trade after a break even, but I move my stop at the break even just because I just was scared. NQ moved pretty fast, and I'm deciding to move the NQ just because NQ will just be more lucrative with when I try to start to trade prop firms. And I think it's just better to train myself on this. I'm just gonna have to teach myself better discipline and better risk management. Even though I'm not gonna continue, I know I'm gonna have to continue, these streaks of losses throughout my paper trading. But until I get, a month of profitable paper trading, I'm gonna move over to like one Apex Trader Funding 50K account end of day drawdown, of course. And then yeah, that's what I have to. Like, yeah, so first break even, and then obviously just I get mad and runs my target where I would have taken my take profit was right at the consequent encouragement of this gap. Would have been a great trade. Um, would could should have, and then after I see this, I enter on the 5 minute. Now I enter off of this 5 minute gap right here. This is where I have my lit loss for the day. I enter on this closure of this 5 minute gap, but I think just because of this topping wick, look how big this wick is. We just decided to sweep all this liquidity here from market open, including this too, and that's not usually a good sign if you want to see a 5 minute IFG. You want to see with better momentum than that. And I took it. I traded a little bit in profit, a little bit, and then my stop is at the bottom of this gap, and I just get stopped out for like $1,400, and then I get mad, and then I proceed to gamble, gamble a lot, just or just I started revenge trading and not gambling, but yeah, that's something I'm noticing some about easier now, just because I like pressing these buttons right here, and I gotta you know, more discipline. 1 to 2 trades max. I gotta re for today. What I need to do, I need to rewrite my rules. 2 trades a day max. Mid with micros, I could do 4 or 5 and not have a bad day, but two max on NQ. Even though I was saying 2 or 3 for when I had micros, but I'm going to do one to two on NQ. My 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 rule will be 1 win, get off it, 1 break even, and then 1 loss, get off it, and then 2 break even, I get off it, 2 2 losses. Yeah, well, yeah, it's obviously 2 losses, and now we get. And yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay with 1 mini. I will not size up. I will not size down. 1 mini, and I think I can do that pretty profitably. And you know, this is just one day. I IVGs do work. It's probably one of the best strategies out there as far as ICT. You can align it with quarterly theory or whatnot, and power three. And some guys just trade that. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope to record more in the future, and I'm excited to journal this and be able to watch my progress someday in the future. Peace.